It did take us a little bit of time to get going, but we finally seem to have turned a corner and have picked up a little bit of form, and we seem to be settling into Europe very nicely as well. First European game we had at Edgeley Park, we played absolutely fantastically. A 7-1 win we got against Karabag. England got himself 2 goals. Sebastian Hanna, young Chob Manitam even managed to grab his first goal for the club. He was playing it right back in this game. And then Owen Foy also grabbed himself a customary goal in Europe as well. Liverpool then managed to beat us 2-1 in the next Premier League game. It was actually only Liverpool's second win of the season. They really haven't started the season very well at all. Find themselves in relegation danger and really need to start picking up some points themselves. Our most recent game brought a little bit of good news as well, though. We got our first clean sheet of the season against Southampton, a 3-0 win. Milinkovic getting on the score sheet and Owen Foy getting 2 goals. Lee Dilly missed this match due to injury. We still seem doomed to not have a fully fit squad going out. But we are 11th in the Premier League now. After that disappointing start, we are starting to make up the gap a little bit, and we're closing down these European places. So a few more wins under our belt, we should be well in that mix. But the first match today we are concentrating on is in Europe. We are travelling to Austria to play Austria Klagenfurt. They play in the Wörthersee Stadium. Probably butchered that pronunciation of it, but it's a 32,000 capacity stadium. It was built in 2007, and it should be a nice little day out for me and the players, an opportunity to play against a different opposition, but hopefully an opportunity for us to carry on our good form in the Europa League. Currently sitting top of the pile due to our goal difference. Only 2 games have gone though, and the tougher opposition are still to come up as well. And although we do have those few injuries, we're finally able to fit players where they should be playing. Nunzianti starts in goal, Silva Santos, Englund, Raul and Hall are the defence. Chob Manitam starts in that ball-winning midfield role. Matashida, Steenvouden and Sintas are the diamond behind Ross and Hanna up top. Lee Dilly finds himself on the bench after missing the last match through injury, so could find himself coming on to add some goals to our game if needs be. I do expect this team to go out and put in a really good performance though. We've done really well in Europe so far, and another win today would just definitely lay down a marker and show teams that we are to be taken seriously in the competition. The opposition today though are quite an unknown quantity, and we'll admit I hadn't heard of them before we got drawn against them today. They finished runners-up in the Austrian League last year, which is how they managed to get themselves into this competition. So it should be a decent calibre of opposition for us, but again, it's a team that we should be going out and beating. They can only fit 6 substitutes on the bench, so just by squad size, we have a lot more depth in the squad. It's Austria Klagenfurt with the first attack though. They get the heads to the ball, but it goes over the bar. And a little warning sign for us there. We can't underestimate the opposition today. We need to play to our utmost to get a good result in today's match. Helm now for Klagenfurt. They played into the middle, find Kalajdzic in the attacking midfield role, but we managed to force them back into their own half. It would be nice to see us have a little attack of our own. The pressure seems to be coming from Klagenfurt early on. It's quite an empty stadium as well, and the few fans that have made the trip have seen the team go 1-0 up. It's not the best of starts from us. We've been very sloppy. A few of the players are just returned from injury, so it's the first time we've seen them this season, and maybe there's a lack of match sharpness which is causing the early little bit of rust which they are showing. There's still plenty of time for them to grow into the game though, and we can see improvements as we go on, but we find ourselves under pressure still. It's Klagenfurt with another ball to the back post. Nunzianti does come out well this time and claim the ball though. Can he start us off on our own attack? He plays it forward looking for Hanna up top. He manages to win the ball, can't quite find any runners onto it though, and Klagenfurt with the opportunity to come forward yet again. They are taking the time to get forward and going the wrong way about it, playing it all the way to the deepest lying defender. But now they come down the left-hand side through Schwartz. He gets past Marcelo Silva Santos. Steenvoorden can't put a tackle in either. And we're in danger of just letting them get the ball into the box, which is where we don't want them to have it. Here it is now, and it's a second goal. The linesman's flag is up, but it's been an atrocious start to the game from us. We need to just get our concentration up. We haven't arrived to this game whatsoever. Yes, we've had to travel, but it's really no excuse. The professional footballers, and yeah, we should be doing a lot better. We are going to demand more from the team. It's only 15 minutes in, but it's been so poor from us so far. Finally managing to come back into it at the closing stages, but we haven't managed to give ourselves a highlight. So very disappointing from us so far. Ross really hasn't had the best of games. Lee Dilly finds himself coming on a bit earlier than I would have expected. But we need something different up top. Like we say, I think Jordan Ross is having the opportunity to play for his future, and he's not really doing the greatest of jobs about it. Marcelo Silva Santos, quite shockingly, has picked up yet another injury. So, although it hasn't appeared as an injury, you are going to take him off and err on the side of caution. Hadland can play that ball-win midfield role. Chubmanatam scored in his last match from the right-back role. Yes, he can't really play it very well, but it seemed to do well for him in the last match. So we're going to hope he can come out and do another performance like he did in the last game, because we need something to show for our performance today. We're going to demand more again. We're going to go on to attacking play as well, and I think a few more of the big guns are needed. Milinkovic comes on in place of Sintas. We're going to bring on Whittle in place of Steenvoorden as well. He's just returned from injury, so probably a bit of a risk for him to stay out the full 90. And we're going to bring on the score as well at left back, and Hall can drop out of the team again. Another one returning from injury. So we just need to manage the squad. We have been a bit decimated by injuries in the opening games, and just need to try to manage them as much as possible. We're going to go very attacking for the final 10 minutes. Finally, the ball is in the Klagenfurt half, but they clear it away as far as Raul. He has the opportunity to find Chubmanatam on the right hand side. Can the young man find the ball into the box? He finds Dilly, but Dilly can't find the back of the net. The keeper with the save. It really should have been a goal, though. A player of Dilly's quality should really have been putting a little bit more power onto that effort and getting it past the keeper, even though it was a good save. It's again Chubmanatam with a ball across the box. The linesman's got his flag up. Hopefully this one isn't going to be disallowed. It normally is when the linesman's flag is up, but come on, we're going to hope. Oh no, it's not a miracle. Has been disallowed, showing a little bit of spirit in the final few moments, but yeah, we can see he had just strayed a little bit forward too quickly, and looks like the winning run in Europe might be coming to an end. There's not much time for us to get back into the match. It's another header from a corner from Milinkovic, which the keeper claims. Chubmanatam is having another storming game at right back though. That's a little positive for us in this match, but we really don't want that to be the only positive that we get. I think our general player has deserved a goal in this second half, so if we can get one in the final moments, it would be absolutely grand. Don't think there's any chance of this being a penalty. Chubmanatam really with a vital challenge for us. Probably looked like Klagenfurt were breaking through. He stopped the man just before he got into the box. It's a free kick right on the edge, which almost went against us anyway. The strike, the bar from the header, which followed the free kick, and they keep up the pressure with a corner, but it keeps the one goal difference intact, and we still have an opportunity to get a draw from the game if nothing else. It's going to be Klagenfurt's corner though, which we need to deal with first. We haven't managed to get it away, and now we need to actually make something happen in stoppage time, but it's just drifting away, and yeah, it turns out the unknown team has just come and sprung a little bit of a surprise. We did turn on the heat a little bit in the second half, but yeah, very, very poor from us. A match which really we should have been winning. And yeah, it's really, really poor to come away from this with a loss. Maybe teams will be looking at that thinking we've bottled it a little bit. And yeah, we need to change that and just get ourselves back to winning ways. The game against Wolves coming up in 3 days' time gives us an opportunity to do that. So we'll get these players ready for that and hopefully have an improved performance next time round. Santos again going to be out for 2 or 3 weeks, so it's disappointing in case I'm picking up these little niggly injuries in the early days of the season. But thankfully we do have cover in the squad, especially for the Premier League. We do have Fuda who can play, but he isn't registered for European competition at the moment. So yeah, it's a little bit of an issue for us. And potentially a little bit of concern with Matsushita just before the Wolves game. He's having trouble settling into the local area. I've not had this one pop up before, so we're going to see what he can do. He wants to know if there's anything we can do to help make things a little bit easier for him. I would offer to bring in someone of a similar background, but we don't really have the financial prowess to be able to do that. I might ask if he wants a short leave of absence. He's quite agreeable to that idea, so we'll see how he wants to be away for 34 days. He's going to be missing for a month. So yeah, it's quite a while. Hopefully we have the depth in the squad to be able to deal with his absence, but yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a miss. Hopefully he can return with his mind back on football and ready to make an impact in the squad. It's all kicking off as well. Whittle wants a new contract. We can't really afford to give him a new contract at the moment. We don't really have too much spare in the wage budget. So we're going to hope that he's agreeable to that. Yeah, okay, like he's happy with that. At least that's one issue that we don't need to deal with right now. As a result of him playing along, Whittle is going to be starting the game today. We have rotated back to the first 11 that was out against Southampton in the last match, with the exception of Whittle, of course. Jimenez in goal, Barley, Chiriak, Jones in the score at the back, Corrigan, Patino, Whittle, Milinkovic in that diamond, with Amaral and Foy up front. Amaral has really, really been impressive on his first few appearances for the club. 8 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists. Is settled in really, really nicely, and hopefully we can continue to see some good performances from him as well. But we're definitely getting a lot of use out of a lot of this squad. I don't think there's anyone who hasn't made an appearance as of yet, apart from Daniel Byrne. But we definitely need everyone. And it's a game which we do need to get back to winning ways in as well. Wolves coming up. It's a team that we should be beating based on what we saw last year. Wolves did actually beat us in the last match that we played them, so we can ask the team to go out and get revenge. We do love getting a little bit of revenge here at Stockport when the opportunity arises. And the Wolverhampton Wanderers team are in the firing line today. Jimenez comes out and claims the ball for the first time in the match. Wolves are playing a 4-4-2 formation. It's the same formation which Newcastle played on the opening day of the season, which really haunted us through the match. So we're going to hope we perform better against it this time around. We do have a corner early doors. Milinkovic with the opportunity to get the ball into the box. He aims for the back post where Amaral's waiting, and apparently we had an offside somewhere in that corner kick. I don't quite understand how. Wolves come and follow themselves with their own corner kick. Amaral can't quite clear it away. Pedro Neto wins it back. Amaral with a good sliding tackle, though not often you can see a striker make a slide tackle, but Amaral seems to be a player who can do everything, though. It's not a tackle which makes much of a difference, though. Wolves kept possession, found the player with space on the right hand side, and he manages to blast the ball past Jimenez to put Wolves 1-0 up in the game. And again, we're left chasing the match. It's something which we do need to change. It's only been against Southampton where I think we haven't gone behind. So there's something that does need to change within the squad, and we need to figure out what it is. We struggle to get going until we've gone behind in a lot of games. So we were saying before that the inability to keep clean sheets is a bit of a concern. Obviously, you win games by scoring goals, but it does help a lot if you don't concede them. Milinkovic trying to get forward and get us a goal, but it's a tame effort at the end of what would have been a good solo run, and disappointing from us yet again. Wolves realistically looking quite comfortable in this match, and it's just again really disappointing for us to see. João Gomez finds Murray in the box, and it's 2-0 to Wolves now, and it's just another poor performance from us. We seem to be very, very inconsistent this season. I know that there's a lot of football, and we are travelling, to and from Europe on a regular basis, but it shouldn't be hampering us this much. We should be able to manage the football that we are playing. But there's always a bit of a European hangover, especially when you are just in your first season as well. It does take a little bit of time for the players to get used to it, but it doesn't excuse such a poor performance. Owen Foyt had a terrible game in that first half. Lee Dilly can come on. We are going to head up to an attacking mentality as well, and we're going to see a different performance in the second half, I've decided. We're starting off early, it seems. The score with a throw on the left hand side gets it to Patino. Patino now driving into the middle. He's got an opportunity to take the shot on, forces the keeper into a save at least, and we do have a corner to keep the pressure up. Patino is the man who's going to get it into the box. Plays Gallerin in that near post area. It goes to Milinkovic. He can't win the header. Corrigan gets it, smartly plays it to Patino. That's a beautiful ball into Dilly as well, and the goal is going to stand. Dilly immediately makes an impact. It was a great little reverse ball from Patino as well to find Dilly in the box. It was a very, very crowded area after the corner, but we see Lee Dilly just waiting on the shoulder of the last man, and Patino with the vision to be able to pick out the perfect pass for him. And Lee Dilly applies the finish and gives us hope to get back into the game. Whittle and Milinkovic haven't been having great performances. Steen Wooden and Sintas can come on in their place. Corrigan as well is having quite a poor game, so we'll bring on Lewis Hall to play in that ball win midfielder role. It's rare that he hasn't played left back for us, but that versatility which he offers us, it's fantastic to be able to bring him on in situations like this where we need a bit of a different option in that role. We are actually going to change it to a support role as well, so he's not all about the defending. Patino is also tiring a lot in the match, and in the interest of trying to go out and get the win, Hannah can come on in his place. We're going to drop Amaral back in behind. He can be a shadow striker. Hall can move into the deep lying playmaker role, which Patino has departed, and we'll go on a very attacking for the final few minutes as well. A chance for us to go for it, could very well move these two further up the pitch as well, but I think they're better off in these positions, and hopefully these few tactical tweaks can give us the little bit of play that we need to get back into the game. There's 15 minutes left plus whatever stoppage time they're going to give. Thought that was a risky ball back to the keeper, which Hannah was going to run onto. It didn't quite work out like that, and Amaral can't quite win the ball, but Dilly, he's hassling the defence, he's won it back. Can't quite apply the finish though. We do have a corner, but Lee Dilly seems to be really, really up for this. He wants us back in the game. He wants us to get the win, and he's tried his hardest. We are keeping the pressure up on Wolves as well. Haven't got the ball out from this corner yet, but they've managed to find McAteer. The score though, keeping his awareness up, wins the ball back. Jones gets it to Jimenez, and you get the feeling that something is going to happen. Otherwise, why are we saying this long highlight? Steenvoorden into Amaral. He's got the opportunity to work it into the box. Sintas is there, and Sintas has found the back of the net. The referee has played the villain for us before. We need him to be our friend this time. Come on, referee, be on our side. He's not on our side. You're a nuisance, referee. We're going to see it again now. It's very, very close as well. Sintas, it's very debatable. Probably was offside, but we don't want him to be. Sintas driving forward again now, although he plays it into Dilly. Dilly looked to be very offside in that one. Not really sure why that one was shown as a highlight, if I'm being honest. Coming into the final moments of the game, we're going to encourage the players. It's another game in which we've been on top. We haven't quite been able to find that final finishing touch to get us back into the game. Maybe one last opportunity now, though. The keeper isn't up, which I thought he would be. Hall, with an effort from distance, strikes the woodwork. Can't quite bring us back into the match, and thought the game was just going to end there. But maybe it's one last highlight after the one last highlight we had before. It's Wolves with possession now. Garnacho cutting inside, and yeah, I think this is going to be a Wolves attack to end the match. Fukushima can't find the back of the net, but it doesn't make any difference. Wolves have come. Wolves have got a 2-1 win at Stockport, and we're very, very, very disappointed in the team today. Not just in this match, in the last match as well. 2 games which realistically we should be getting wins in, and the team's just taking the foot off the gas a little bit. I think all these injuries, players playing in different positions, it's not helping the consistency which we do need to be successful, and we definitely need to work on being able to keep some clean sheets as well. Defensively, we aren't looking solid at all, so maybe something for us to work on throughout the coming weeks and months. We'll get through the next couple of games off camera, Bournemouth and Chelsea, but then we'll come back and we'll do a European doubleheader next time against Porto and Groningen. I think it's nice to see a little bit of variety in the football matches, and having 2 European matches I think it'll be a nice little trade for us. So we'll get those 2 in the next match. Hopefully in the meantime we can return to a little bit of form. Not sure how I feel about a Carabao Cup run. On the one hand, it would be nice to go on a cup run. On the other hand, we're playing a lot of football already, and if we can do without extra games, it would be nice not to have them. But we are going to try. But yeah, wouldn't be overly bold if we do get knocked out in that one. And as always, you know what to do. Please drop a like and a comment down below. Remember to subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content as well. Thank you so very much for watching. Bye bye.